Happy 30th anniversary to the episode of Rocko's Modern Life that featured Ed Good, Rocko Bad, and my second favorite episode, Teed Off. 30 years ago today. Now, when I first saw this, I caught Ed Good, Rocko's Bad, but I got distracted and I didn't catch Teed Off until I think it was halfway finished. And when the episode reran, I saw the full episode, and I loved it. So I'm going to be talking about both of them because it's both their 30th anniversaries. Ed Good, Rocko's Bad is an episode where Spunky gets taken to the pound because he didn't have his collar on because these stray dogs took it off because they were heckling him for having a collar on. This motivated Ed Bighead to call the pound because they were, digging up his salmon bushes, and I've had some armadillos digging up my yard lately. Found a lot of holes out there. But, I haven't hurt the thing, though. I did scare it off with a foot stomp, that's it. Well, he gets Spunky. It's this old, annoying, ugly, I don't know what he is. I'm guessing he's a dog, too, or whatever the heck he is, a mouse or shrew, whatever. Unknown animal. And, he is annoying as heck. Fortunately, this is his only episode. He takes Spunky. Rocko goes looking for him, finds his collar. He goes down to the pound to get him. But, whenever that Irvin shows up, he, mistakes Rocko for a dog, and he throws him in the cell. Rocko then meets all the other dogs. Apparently, the dogs that were heckling Spunky, they're there too, so Irvin obviously got all of them. And they're forced to do all this horrible stuff that they don't want to do. And yet, in the program that Spunky was watching that actually featured them, so I guess this means it was a documentary, not a movie, we see them doing all these horrible things, and they say they're misunderstood. They belong there, in my opinion, after what I saw them doing on that commercial. Spunky's the only one that doesn't belong there, and Rocko. Well, Heifer shows up at Rocko's house, but instead of going looking for him, he just sits there and waits and then starts eating all his food from his spoil. So Rocko's gotta get out. He escapes through the sewer. And there's a sewer man in his living room because when he comes out, he hears a loud burp and there's Heifer sitting on his armchair with all the food around him. Well, oh God. Well, Rocko then writes a letter to complain, only to find out Irvin retired. And after that, he's never in the series ever again. He's smiling, holding up a watch, and there's these two happy fat cats by him. Of course, the cats love the dog catcher. Well, Rocko decides to run from dog catcher in order to change the system. He goes to the big heads and is outraged as he thinks Rocko will do all these things that allow stray dogs to roam everywhere and destroy the place, so he's going to run against him. But Beth thinks it's a bad idea because she reminds him that everybody in the town hates him, and he's like, I do have an image problem. So he goes to those two chameleon brothers, Chuck and Leon. They decide to help him with image by putting on a wig and giving him really big shoulders. He has this giant prop of shoulders. He's got that wig. And then they put that ad out to spread horrible rumors about Rocko. It's so convincing. Even Heifer says, Rocko, you should be ashamed of yourself. And then this is when Filmer finally comes in the episode. He and Heifer are helping him run, but unfortunately the commercial is ruining Rocko's reputation because everywhere he's going, people are saying, Rocko bad. Heifer's trying to help. He puts the pin on people, but he puts it on this big muscular guy, so that guy pins him with every single one of them. Filmer puts him on flyer poorly. Then he's passing flyers out. And then when he runs out, he grabs him on a trash can, reveals that everybody handed him, throws him in there. Every time he's just going, Ed Good. He's holding the shoulders with a stick. Oh, goodness. He's also doing the fingers waves like this. Well, when it's election night, Ed, of course, wins, and they do that joke where it's revealed that one of his friends voted for him. The first time I saw this, I think, was in the Adventures of Super Mario Brothers, whenever Koopa found out that his own kids voted for Princess Toadstool. Remember, that's what she was called in that show. But This is where it has an ending that just is supposed to be really happy for the stray dogs, and they pass this along, give them their own amusement park, and the dog catcher role is just a pooper scooper, so it ends with the head saying his catchphrase, "I hate my life." I'm like, why didn't Filmer just bring this up in the first place? Well, it was a last-minute reveal. Now we get to Teed Off, my second favorite episode of Rocko's Modern Life. This episode has the second greatest parody of Darth Vader. Oh, goodness, is this guy awesome. Well, it opens up a conglomerate in this hot tub department. Wilhelm, I believe is his name, orders to get him Ed Big Head. He pulls this lever, and it's hanging by these pinchers, and he wheels up, drops him in there, and then he tells him that Mr. Dupet, the boss, is playing golf and he needs a partner, and they let him know that he never is allowed to lose. He just said, "Put the ball in the air, we'll take care of the rest." Then we cut to the golf course. You see all those groundskeepers, and why there's a reason for that later on. And then we see Heifer. He's taking a break and just doing a home, Heifer, phone home, Heifer, phone home. But then his boss, the head greenskeeper, the Darth Vader parody, appears behind him, lifts that rake up and hits him in the head. Heifer, come in, his eyes poke out. He gets Heifer back to work and by making a crop circle in the grass, though, not in the actual crops. Well, Dad's Graver goes to this tree. It's revealed to be a station. They lift up, and that's when it's revealed the reason why all the other groundskeepers are in white is because they're all the stormtroopers. He goes, "Bridge." That chair lifts up. "Status report, Mr. Leslie." Mr. Leslie. Well, Mr. Tupet, Wilhelm and Ben and all these Secret Service guys show up. The two announcers are literally like yawning because they're like, why are we here? This is boring. We know who's going to win. They get rid of Ed Big Head's ball by blowing them up with pianos. Yeah, the tree opens up and one fires out. And every time that happens, he's supposed to be like, it cost him 7 strokes. So at first, Ed is like, okay, whatever. He's smiling and but he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. But unfortunately, Heifer, whenever Ed knocks a golf ball near him, he then overhears after the piano lands on him. His radio goes off because he's obviously tuned into them. He finds out what they're doing, but he's under the impression they're just cheating to win, so he decides to help Mr. Big Head out. So every time Ed's ball gets blown by the piano, Heifer pops out, throws the golf ball in the hole. When Mr. Dupet sees it, he goes, "Not bad." It literally shows that he doesn't care if he doesn't win. He's not a sore loser in this episode. Oh, but Wilhelm is going crazy by this. He's like, "Don't mess with me." And whenever you hear Mr. Wilhelm say "not bad," the two announcers like, "Not bad." So Wilhelm contacts the Darth Vader guy, the head's griefer, and then they do the choking joke. But of course, you know it's not. He's not doing it. He's just choking on, I don't know what. It looks like he coughed up a meatball. I don't need you to tell me I do my job. Yeah, the voice is perfect. You gotta love the parody voice that he's doing. The guy voice actor's doing. Oh God, he's doing a great job. Now they're switching to Plan B. Instead of blowing up Mr. Big Head's balls with pianos, now they're just hitting him with them. Fire! Boom! Right on him. Now this is what I first caught when Heifer came walking by and threw the golf ball into the hole. Now you hear those two announcer guys loving every minute. It's on a roll. There's no stopping it. Willie. Boom! He's in the hole again. They're destroying Ed so much that when he's so dazed, they give him the golf club, duck for cover. The tree opens up, fires multiple pianos all on top of him. And Heifer once again gets a slingshot this time and lets it go into the hole. Final hole. Ed has to miss. If Ed misses, Mr. Dupet wins. So Wilhelm gets him to hit over there. When he's in a body cast in a wheelchair, he hits the ball to the leg. But Mr. Dupet's like, "Where's the ball?" Because he's facing the other way. But Heifer grabs it. He gets on that mower, which he's now turned into like an airplane. He's wearing the pilot outfit. He's got a candy bar for a cigar. He goes flying through the air. He goes, what the heck is that? He's got the ball. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. That groundskeeper's like, what the? Everything we got at him. We see that they got pianos loaded everywhere, even on the satellite in space. They're blowing up like bombs. Heifer's going in with that heroic music that I don't know the name of it, but it plays a lot. And he throws the ball. It goes in. Big Ed wins. And then Heifer gets hit. He's going down, but he's doing a kamikaze. He's spinning and heading right for the tree. You see him on the monitor. And then you see that guy go, oh, Mr. Leslie, get back to your seat. I need a status report. Someone tell me. So he turns around, looks at the monitor, sees Heifer coming right at him. And then we see the multiple screams. And then Rocko gets his cameo in this whenever it's his turn. Heifer hits the tree, it starts, they all fall over, and they go, Mayday, we're going down, Mayday. Heifer cheers out, congratulating himself for a good work, but then he passes out. Mr. Dupette's not a sore loser. He congratulates Ed, but he just tells him to keep up the good work, and when he finds out his job is just to check all the the bottle caps on the bottles. And he was told he would be able to put them on there, which that was going to be his promotion. But Mr. Dupette just says, keep up the good work, and walks off. And Wilhelm starts beating Ed with a golf bag with a club still in it. Then it ends with the alien showed up, seeing that crop circle in the grass, not cornfield. And it's like you say, irritation. Who keeps writing this stuff? Or is it making this stuff? I have to watch it again. Well, it's hilarious. It's not as good as Wacky Daily, but it is my second favorite episode. And Good Rocko Bad is a good episode too, but it's nowhere near as good as Teed Off. But if you have not seen them, I apologize for spoiling them, but they're hilarious. The Teed Off is hilarious, and Good Rocko Bad does have some good laughs. It still is a good episode. But, I'm sorry for spoiling all of it, but this is how I just like to talk about stuff. I guess this means I'm never gonna be a good reviewer. I'm just gonna be a terrible spoiler. Maybe I should change my name to that. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. You can find them online. I'm pretty sure you can probably find them on, Paramount Plus. Maybe. Does Paramount Plus have, Rocko's My Life? Well, if it does, watch it immediately. You're gonna laugh your butt off when you see that Ed's groundkeeper. Well, for all of you who made those 2 episodes, happy 30th anniversary. And when it comes to that happy anniversary from my title card for my video for Wacky Daily, that was me. I didn't even realize that until after I watched it on my flash drive. And when I looked at it, I'm like, what the heck? I forgot the R. So I corrected it for the thumbnail, but it wouldn't let me correct it for the video. So I gotta live in the irritation that I messed up. I did the same thing with Rudolph when I put an F instead of a PH at the end of his name. When I had the Blu-ray Blu-ray thing right next to me. Oh, God, the embarrassment. But, still, check out Rocko's My Life and Good Rocko Bad and Teed Off for the 30th anniversary today. See you next time.